Q. Is it okay if we fail to stop climate change? Humans have been around for several 100,000 years. We have never stopped climate from changing before, and I am sure we are not going to stop it from changing now. The land I live on sinks a or 2 per year. It has been doing that since the miles of ice on top of it melted away 15,000 years ago. It is going to keep on lifting for many years yet to come. Because of climate change. But luckily, it is expected it might be many tens of thousands of years till maximum glaciation once again wipes out Canada, parts of northern US, a good chunk of Europe and Asia. I know that some are hot and bothered about CO2. And how it is going to, in Joe Biden's exact words, bake the planet. And he assures us. Source: Joe Biden calls climate change the #1 issue facing humanity. Assures us that, bake the planet, is not hyperbole. Ya gotta wonder if old Joe knows the definition of hyperbole. Old Joe is claiming that, bake the planet, is not an overstatement, not an exaggeration, and that you should take him exactly literally, bake the planet. You know which other Democrat Party president used the term, moral obligation, a lot. It was another Christian president, Jimmy Carter. Now what Jimmy mostly faced in his days, were problems caused by OPEC forming and taking over control of 85% of the world's oil production and reserves. So, ya know what good old Jimmy did? He made an agenda. A plan. The U.S. Energy Independence Plan. Jimmy told people, they had to follow his plan. They had a moral obligation. He told people they needed to treat the plan to reduce consumption of oil, as the moral equivalent of wartime efforts. Jimmy told people that because of OPEC, the U.S. needed to heavily invest in renewable energy sources, like solar, wind, geothermal, and biofuels. And research other new forms. He said everyone had to buy smaller cars that use less gas, and if they bought pickups and SUVs they would get dinged with a gas guzzler tax. He lowered speed limits and told utilities to start switching to time-of-use billing. He made a tax on gas, that would go up if the country used more gas. And would take all the proceeds and give them to poor people. Like a carbon tax scheme. See. Here is old Jimmy's plan, National Energy Program fact sheet on the President's program. Really worth reading through. Because Biden's $2 trillion Save the World plan is actually old Jimmy's Save the US Dollar plan. All Joe did was cross out Jimmy's name, pencil in his own and change the date. And go around telling people, we have to save the world, or you kids and grandkids will be baked. You don't want your grandkids to get baked, says old Joe. Moral obligation. So believe him. Baked. It's not hyperbole, he says. Bottom line, of course it is okay when we fail to stop climate change, as we always fail to stop climate change, cause we have no other choice. We have no impact. We have claims of impact, from financially motivated government-controlled, science institutes, that can't even answer the question, why doesn't Earth's atmosphere float away? With a scientifically sound, reconcilable reason.